Can you explain the reason for each of your cards and why not other alternatives? Okay. So I like to use Evo Barbarians because they're versatile. They can defend heavy cards like Mega Knight, Goblin Giant, etc. They're also great when paired with Evo Goblin Barrel to pressure both lanes. People like to use Valkyrie or Inferno Tower, but I feel it's not as versatile. Goblin Barrel, Princess, Goblin Gang, and Log are classic cards in logbait and must-haves for this deck. Tornado, although got buffed, is one of my favorite cards to use. On defense, it can easily activate King Tower pulling balloons, Hog Riders, and Goblin Barrels, and also pulling cards back for our splash cards to defend. On offense, we can pull cards for our Firecracker to get damage on their towers, and also pulling Giants or Electro Giants when the opponent tries to kite our cards. Knight is also great to have on defense defending against heavy cards like Sparky, Mega Knight, etc., but also good on offense to tank for our Firecracker, Princess, and Goblin Barrel. And the card that everyone loves, Firecracker. She is amazing everywhere if she does what she's supposed to. She can defend heavy cards, she can defend against big pushes, and she's also great on offense. She can do everything. I call this deck Logbait Tornado. Let's jump into a game. Goblin Barrel bottom right corner is a good start with this deck, to both avoid activating King Tower and to see what he has. We can log his Skeleton Barrel once it lands and he plays Electro Wizard to defend our Goblin Barrel. We can Goblin Gang for his Electro Wizard and force him to defend. Our objective is to both figure out what cards he has and get as much chip damage as possible before double Elixir. He plays Bowler, so lets Princess opposite lane to get chip damage, and for him to use Elixir to defend. We Tornado, and he has to use more Elixir to take out our Princess, and we can defend his Bowler on the right to avoid his Witch. We have Firecracker to defend his Witch, and we are going to take some damage, but we need our log for his Skeleton Barrel. It's important to remember which cards you need to defend certain cards your opponent has. Now let's Goblin Barrel his left tower, forcing him to choose which side to defend. He's going to ignore the right side and Mega Knight our Goblin Barrel. Wow! But no worries. We have Barbarians to defend and Princess if he has Bats. If you place Barbarians in the right place, his Mega Knight will only attack 2 Barbarians instead of 3. Don't know why he's saying oops, but let's Princess opposite lane to keep pressuring both lanes. We want to continuously pressure both lanes to avoid your opponent building a big push and simultaneously getting chip damage. Now we know he has Tornado and he ignores our Barbarians. And we have Log that we saved earlier to defend his Skeleton Barrel. If you remember, we avoided King Tower activation, placing our Goblin Barrel at the corner of his tower. Now we can split Goblin Gang, forcing him to choose which side to defend.